George, where are you going? We have to get out of here.
Trust me, Nico, this way is safer. And I've got a friend waiting outside. So, where had Bruno disappeared to?
Mr. Stobart, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
My apologies, but I must take the key from you.
George!
Quickly, mademoiselle. We must get him somewhere safe.
They managed to open it.
Did they take?
They took everything.
That is highly inconvenient. Now we must retrieve it.
How shall I find them?
Do not worry. I know where they will go next.
What about this place?
Not important. Our work is finished here.
This Stobart, he has powers.
I know. It is disconcerting, but not a problem. Kill them for me, Petra. Both of them.
With pleasure.
He's coming round.
How can you tell?
No joking, please, Andre.
It was a big shock.
How do you think I felt when you brought him in here?
Ow!
Slowly, George.
I feel like somebody plugged me into the national grid.
You are one lucky bunny, George.
There's good news and bad news.
It usually is. Give me the good news first.
When you were attacked, you managed to steal something.
Mm-hmm. The bad news?
Your attackers stole the crystal artifact and got away.
That's not all the bad news, though, is it?
Oh, don't be silly, George. Andre and I are just good friends.
Very good friends.
Now, you don't change.
Nor you.
We don't need this, Andre. This is what you grabbed when you fell.
Weird. Have you worked out the markings?
They are quite baffling us.
We should pool our knowledge.
You're right, Nico. Bruno, would you like to bring these guys up to speed?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, recap what you know.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, where shall I start?
Well, tell them about the dragon cult.
Ah, yes. The dragon cult was formed by Susaro after death of Grand Master at St. Ninians. He pulled together remnants of Neo-Templars and made them into his own organization.
Sounds like he should be thanking you, not trying to kill you.
He continues the work started by Grand Master, using what they call dragon energy for his own purposes.
This power is about to peak.
It runs in cycles, each 12,000 years long. The current cycle is reaching its zenith. Susaro knows where is the Temple of the Dragon. It contains the means to enhance the power build-up, an extraordinary device known as the Armillary.
What have you discovered, Andre?
It seems that Suzaro's utilizing the secrets of the Voynich manuscript.
But Vernon had only worked out part of it before he was killed.
He did find out that the Key of Solomon is somehow crucial to Suzaro's plan.
What's the Key of Solomon?
It's an ancient book that's reputed to hold the wisdom of Solomon.
Ah, this is a falsehood. It is an ancient stone device encrusted with crystals.
Uh-oh.
That's the thing we took from the safe. It must have been one of Cesaro's men who stole it back.
Or a different group entirely.
But who?
Who knows? These people don't like appearing in the history books.
What's the purpose of the Key of Solomon?
Remember, I told you about the Temple of the Dragon?
The main power source.
There is a machine there. They call it the armillary. Once it is running, the key is used to create a huge burst of dragon power.
If Cesaro's got the armillary running, why hasn't he used the key already? Why keep it in a safe in Paris?
Because you have to use the key at precisely the right moment. There is just a tiny door of opportunity.
You mean window?
A window? Not a door?
I know, it makes no sense.
Okay. The window lasts just a few days. Susaro is waiting for that window.
What are your thoughts, Nico?
I keep thinking about the diagram. Is it a convergence of ley lines?
It's possible, but I have never seen one like it.
This could be how Cesaro found the location of the temple.
But yes, you are right.
This stone we found at the theater.
Yes.
I've seen this exact symbol before.
My dear George, it is a Greek omega symbol. You're bound to have seen it before.
No, I mean this exact same style.
Of course. The Congo.
That's right, in the caves.
The slot in the wall.
Exactly. We got a lot of clues, but I think we've still got a way to go. The only solid lead we've got is the artifact and the jungle cave.
I think I know where this is heading.
You're right. The Congo.
Oh, I wanted to give the Jeep back, but I couldn't find no one to give it back to. So I set up my own taxi company, just to keep busy, like.
Lucky we found you.
Yeah, very lucky.
Yep. You wouldn't get any of the locals driving up here. I'll stay here. Keep an eye open.
Turn the meter off, okay?
Ah, very funny.
I tried to get out of here last time, but it was impossible. Now I can see why. The last person to lock this was probably Cesaro.
Any luck?
Nope. I can't get the rod into the gap between the doors. Nico, try pulling on the doors, would you? Pull, Nico, pull.
Good thinking, George. Not very subtle, but it worked.
Hey, lady, settle costs extra. Totally trashed. It was now broken beyond repair.
Hey! Did you feel that?
Some kind of earth tremor, I think. The stone is the same shape as the slot. It must have been designed to fit. Hey, Nico! I think this is some kind of key.
Something's happening.
Weird, huh? A piece of stone from Paris opens a secret door in the Congo.
You know, this place was built to guard something.
We better watch out for traps, then. Look, Nico.
Just what I need. Another dead guy.
But how did he get in? We have the only key to the place.
Through the roof, I guess.
Well, that'll teach him to drop in uninvited.
George, wait!
Thanks, Nico. That was a close call. I'm gonna look around and try and find another way across.
Okay, but be more careful.
Whoa!
That was a big one.
A pair of cogs stuck out from a hole in the wall. Come on, Nico! It should be safe to cross now!
You'd better be right, George!
Hurry, will ya? Can't hold it much longer!
George?
Phew! That was close. Ah!
George!
Another corpse. Oh, this is making my stomach turn. There's a cloth with some kind of emblem on it. Wait! There's something inside it! I carefully unwrapped the cloth. It was a scarf embroidered with a coat of arms. Wrapped inside the scarf was a metal plate. It was decorated with a lightning symbol. There was nothing else on the guy.
Wow!
Well, that's clearly the way out.
And these are clearly not ordinary floor tiles.
I know this sounds crazy, but I need you to stand on those tiles for me.
Sure, George.
Can you stand on the fish stone, please? Gotta be real careful from here on in. Hey, Nico. Can you stand on the scorpion stone, please? Can you stand on the snake stone, please? Can you stand on the bird stone, please? Hey, Nico! There aren't any pressure pads at this end. I'll go on ahead and see if I can find a way to get you through.
Okay, George. I'll be here.
There was a way out at the far end of the corridor, but there wasn't much floor left. The crystals in the rock gave off an eerie blue light. The crystal was embedded in the rock. There was no way to remove it. A huge crystal pointed toward the next chamber. At the other end, 4 smaller crystals were set inside cylindrical hollows. This one wasn't going to move anywhere. In the center of the chamber was a huge hole, the bottom of which was covered with crystals. Embedded in a ring at the top were 2 large crystals. They appeared to channel an energy beam from one side of the cavern to the other. The device appeared to be some sort of control console. There was a large circular dial and a panel standing proud of the surface. Cool! The dial caused the central ring to rotate, which redirected the energy beam. Fantastic! The machinery floated across the floor as if it weighed no more than a feather. It wouldn't fit that way around. Hey, it worked! It wouldn't fit that way around. The second piece moved into place perfectly. I held my breath as the final piece glided into place. Excellent. It was a touch-sensitive panel. Above the exit was a lightning symbol, just like the one in Paris. Grasping the ring at the bottom of the pole, I was able to turn the crystal through 90-degree increments. Rotating the crystal deflected the energy beam on towards the next crystal. A rock shelf above had collapsed, dropping one of the ancient machines down to this level. Behind it, I could see a staircase. The machine was far too big and heavy to move by hand. It was a touch-sensitive panel. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. The machine was far too big and heavy to move by hand. Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Hey, Nico. I had no reason to try that. Hey, Nico, will you operate this panel a moment?
Sure, George. I'd be delighted to.
Operating the device reversed the direction of the energy flow. Okay, Nico. Ready? 3, 2, 1, now! You know, on our day, we're pretty damn good, Nico.
Unbeatable, George. God, This is getting serious.
We're gonna have to move fast, or this whole place will come down.
I can feel the power, George.
We must be close now.
Through there, you think?
Yep. Nico, I want you to know, if anything happens to me,
Yes.
you can have my Tintin collection.
Thanks, George. I'm so touched.
I can't see any way of opening this. The panel has a slight recess. See the lightning symbol? You know the metal plate I got off Mr. Spiky back there? It had the same symbol. I think it worked. Damn! The plate seems to fit, but then it just pops out. That wasn't quite right. I needed to put the plate back in the recess first. The plate was still warm. Touching it doesn't work. Sure feels good, though. I think it worked. Well, I can't hold the plate and get through the door at the same time. Nico?
Yes, George?
Hey, Nico, take this scarf. You can use it to hold the metal plate over that panel.
And what will you do?
I'll go through the door and check it out.
There you go, George. Hurry!
It was amazing. Just like the power site back in Paris. There was a column of energy. And there, again, a stone held in its beam. I wondered if this was also a key like the Omega Stone.
What happened?
It was like Paris, but without the bloodshed.
Yeah?
I got another stone. Guess what? It's got a symbol. An alpha.
Stop right there, Stobart. And you.
Well, Nico, if it isn't your co-star from that little show in Paris.
Still giving us some performance, I see.
Maybe she's stalking you.
Shut up, both of you. And give me the key.
The key? Oh, I'm terrible with keys. You'll have to remind me. Which key was that again?
Don't play games, Stobart. I know you've got it. You stole it from the safe.
Oh, the Key of Solomon.
Why didn't you say?
Give it to me.
We'd love to.
But
We don't actually have the key here with us. We left it back home.
So, you haven't got it.
no.
That is a shame. A big shame.
Yep, Real sorry you've had to come all this way for nothing.
Oh, it's not a wasted journey.
Oh, good.
I was going to kill you anyway.
Come on, George! Let's get out of here!
That was close.
You can say that again. Come on, George. We have to move fast. Come on, George! Let's get out of here!
That was close.
You can say that again. Come on, George. We have to move fast.
Harry! Let's go!
Where to?
Grand Central. Where the hell do you think?
Just get us out of here!
Anyway, now you're back, George. I'd appreciate a little business advice. I'm thinking of making a career change again. Get out of the taxi like and into something a little more, well, with a...
And the look on your face when the spike shot out.
See what happens when you leave Andre on his own for 5 minutes?
Nico, I'm sorry,
Andre, what happened?
Some guys, they turned the place over.
But why?
They wanted the key of Solomon. We said we didn't have it.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, it's just a couple of scratches, Andre. He'll get over it. But where's Bruno?
They took him.
And you let them?
Now listen here, Georges. I passed out.
Chickened out, more like.
What's he doing here?
When I came round, he was just here. He's been on the phone ever since.
Who is he, anyway?
He's a pig, that's who he is. A cretin. An idiot. A smooth-faced, wooden-headed...
Ah, the cop who locked you up. I have to hand it to him. He must have guts.
And just what does that mean?
So, tell us about the fellas who beat you up, Andre.
One of them was a real gorilla. Flap, I think they called him.
Flap?
Cesaro's men. You've got a nerve.
That is one of the requirements of the job, mademoiselle.
I should kick you out.
If you wish.
2 days you kept me in the cells.
So I'm told.
You mean you didn't know?
I was reassigned to another case.
So, why are you here now?
Mademoiselle Collard's file was stolen from my desk. I thought she might be in danger.
So, whoever did this has a contact in the police.
More than one. You remember the red sports car, mademoiselle? All information regarding it has suddenly become classified.
Cesaro has powerful friends, then.
Cesaro?
He's, a powerful man.
A recluse.
A cult leader. I wrote an article about him once. He seems to have it in for me.
He certainly has influential contacts. A man answering the description of your Monsieur Ostwald was slipped through customs at the airport just hours ago. Even though he was clearly drugged, officials were told to turn a blind eye.
Where were they headed?
They boarded a flight to Prague.
What on earth would Cesaro be doing in Eastern Europe?
It is clear there is some kind of conspiracy. Not just in my department, but across the whole force. Perhaps the whole country. If Mademoiselle will permit, I would like to offer my assistance. That is very kind of you, Inspector. No, it is not kindness. It is my duty.
Maybe you can check out your databases for Cesaro. Location, history, stuff like that?
Very well. I shall get on to it right away. Why didn't you tell him what's really going on?
And create more suspicion for ourselves? I don't think so.
This way, he thinks he's helping. What now?
What if it's those thugs?
I don't think they'd knock, Andre.
Beatrice!
Bonjour, mademoiselle. I hope you don't mind. I got your address. I need to talk.
Of course. Come in.
Who's this gorgeous creature, George?
Who dug her up, you mean?
What?
Oh, nothing. You've never met her?
Never had the pleasure.
Let me introduce you. This is George, and this is Andre.
Very pleased to meet you.
Hi.
George is American.
Wow! Roswell? Kennedy? The moon landings?
You got it. 3 of our greatest hits.
This is Beatrice. She's Vernon's, she was a friend of Vernon.
Have you any more news? Do you know who?
He was killed by a woman called Petra. She was working for some kind of secret group.
White supremacist, huh?
Worse, megalomaniacs.
They sound scary.
There's just one, really. A man called Cesaro. He controls a group that used to be known as the Neo-Templars.
Vernon used to talk about the Templars. Who were they?
They were founded in the Holy Land over 800 years ago, set up to protect Christian pilgrims from the Muslim armies. They grew in wealth and numbers to the point where even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. The last Grand Master was burned alive in 1314.
But you think they're still out there?
Different groups, yes.
And they killed my little Snooky.
They did?
We don't know it was the Templars who did this.
They might try and kill us all.
They attacked me. Look, you can see.
You poor man. But you fought them off. You are alive. You must be so brave.
Foolhardy, perhaps.
How about just plain fool?
You're right, Beatrice. We're no longer safe here.
I've moved into Vernon's old flat. You could stay with me.
Sounds like a good plan.
Hold on. We need to do something about Bruno.
How? All we know is that he was taken to Prague.
Then we should find out where in Prague he's been taken.
And just how do we do that?
Remember the office back in the theater?
The one with the trigger-happy goon?
There was obviously stuff in there worth defending.
You think there could be a clue?
Worth a try. I'll go. You shift our gear over to Beatrice's place.
I'll help.
And book us some tickets to Prague.
Why should I do that?
You're the one with the money, George. Before we go anywhere, Beatrice, there's a message on a DVD I think you should see. The door was locked. I wondered what they were hiding down below. I already knew the door was locked. The drawers had all been pulled out and emptied. Sanded down, that could be worth a bit of money. It was a script for a vaudeville production. Ooh. My God, that's positively disgusting. It was a bust, probably to hold jewelry for the actors. She reminded me of someone, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. As the door was locked, I realized this was my only way down. Here goes! It was the support strut that had held up the safe. These were the old fuses for the electrics. From the state of the fuses, it was a miracle the theater never burned down. A rickety old ladder. Just a light breeze would bring that down. The briefcase was full of papers. Somebody had been making a quick getaway. What could be so terrifying it had made them just run away? And who was the figure in the cloak? I rifled through the briefcase, but there were just papers to do with the theater. Nothing pointed to Cesaro's dealings in Prague.
It's no use struggling. It just makes it worse.
Take that!
Not again!
This should keep you out of my way. Good job I had the scarf on me. Now, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? It was some kind of security report for a private residence. Unfortunately, the report didn't include the address. Prague was certainly mentioned, but the actual location could have been anywhere. Tucked into the last pages was a photograph of a large castle. There was a dragon symbol on the back. There couldn't be too many castles like this in Prague. I had found enough to track down Cesaro. Is this the place?
Even spookier than the photo.
Sends a shiver up my spine.
Sure that's not your vampire-slaying genes kicking in?
Sorry, George. You're out of luck.
I hope Bruno's still in there. Now I'm really pissed.
Look on the bright side. We don't have to worry about car chases anymore.